Hey everyone, Angels Batra here from UniVoyage.
Hello everyone, this is Vedakant.
Hi, I'm Navya.
So hello everyone, my name is Ushal Shekhar and
This is Manya Gupta from IIM Indore.
Hi, I'm Shruti.
Hello everyone, I'm Aditya Desai.
Hey guys, I'm Anshu.
Hey guys, this is Pranarup.
my name is Ushal Shekhar and today I'm going to talk to you about how to prepare for boards effectively. So my first tip would be to make sure that you practice the previous year papers as well as the sample papers which are given out by the respective board. This is essential because the papers you would be attempting would be along the same level of difficulty which was there for the previous years, and this would also help you gain some confidence. And at the same time, you should make sure that you make a note of all the questions that you got wrong or were not able to solve, because that would help you in your revision as well.
In today's video, I'd like to give out a few tips on how to manage boards and IPMAT preparation together. Firstly, I think that you should have clear boundaries set. दिन में आप if you study for 8 hours, so you need to have a divide कि कितने hours you would give to IPMAT का preparation and कितने hours you would give to board. मतलब if you decide to give X number of hours to boards and Y number of hours to IPMAT, you need to adhere to that. मतलब जब वो X number of hours खत्म हुए, then you need to stop with your boards का preparation and move to the IPMAT preparation.
Okay, so we both are commerce students and we'll give you tips about the subjects that we had. So let's say accountancy, for example. It's a very lengthy syllabus that you have, right? You have 3 books which you have to cover and it seems a very tedious process. But don't worry, if you break down the subjects, it'll be easy. So the first book is more about partnerships and the partnership kind of accountancy formats. So focus on tallying the balance sheets, preparing the capital accounts. That's where your focus should be on. But when you come on to the solving questions part, if at all your balance sheet does not tally, don't stress about it. Go to the next question. You can come back to it anytime. Don't waste your time on one question particularly. So T.S. Grewal would be the book any commerce student would recommend. If you do it thoroughly, you will ace the game, don't worry. And just keep solving questions. You can do more and more sample papers because the accounts exam is purely about time management. You would know the answer to each and every question, I can bet on it, but the challenge is to complete those questions in the given time frame. So just keep on doing sample papers and mock tests. You can attempt previous year's papers or CBSE mock tests, which CBSE itself releases before your boards. So you can practice them, and the important part is to analyze. Sometimes your balance sheet tallies, but there are errors of reconciliation. So you have to check if each and every solution is right. So all said, then accounts is not a very difficult subject, I would say.
First, make a schedule and ensure you get proper sleep and do not miss any meals during the day. Accordingly, plan so that you're not overburdened with many things. For example, I would schedule maths and English on the same day. So when I'm done practicing maths, English would be a lighter subject and not exhaust me. Take breaks whenever you feel tired. Go out for a walk, cook something, listen to music or dance or do anything to relax your body.
I gave my boards back in 2020. It was in the ISC curriculum. So moving on to how to prepare for boards. So there's usually a set pattern when it comes to board papers. They'll probably give you a set type of questions. You can approach your professors, they'll give you a set type of questions. Nothing is going to come beyond that. There are also digests available in the market, which basically sort of comprehenses a lot of information, those thick textbooks, into just a brief 80-page textbook, and that would contain like all the formulas, all practice questions, and everything more than enough that's required to ace the board examination. Apart from that, pick up 10 years of past board papers and thoroughly solve all of those for at least subjects like practical subjects like mathematics, physics, accounts, and so on and so forth. So at least those subjects, try to pick up the last 10 years paper and solve them.
Practice writing and preparing. Let's be honest, a lot of us have lost the habit of writing pages and pages of ends or creating notes while we wear these online classes. And since the board exam is going to be a written examination, it is necessary to get back into the habit of writing so you have a better speed and you not miss out on any questions during the exam. So, a good way to practice writing is through preparing notes on the topics which you are studying. This will increase your writing speed, make your handwriting more eligible and easy to read, and it will help you have a quick revision of the topics from the notes you're already preparing.
Make a proper schedule and follow a proper timetable. Try to make a study plan and stick to it.
So personally speaking, I
focused a lot on the past year papers during my board exams. I was a ICSE board student for my 10th grade board exams, and for my 12th grade board exams I was a HSC Maharashtra board student, and I secured 93.23%. Something that I've understood from being in two different boards is that you need to solve the past year papers to understand the pattern of the exam and the pattern of the grading, because every single board has a different pattern of grading and a different pattern of asking questions, and it is most of the times repetitive and follows a certain trend. So for me, what really helped me was to get access to the past year papers, and something that I got access to in both the exams that I gave, my 10th and my 12th grade.
My second tip would be to not study a lot when the boards are nearing. This is because you already have so much stress about the board exams, and studying a lot during that period would be too much for your brain to take. So make sure that you shorten your study schedule and therefore keep yourself relaxed when the exams are nearing.
My next advice to you all is to have short-term schedules along with the long-term schedules. I'm sure you have your long-term schedule laid and your long-term goals and targets set, both IPMAT का and boards का. But apart from that, have short-term schedules also, जिसमें आप अपने short-term goal set करेंगे कि weekly आपको कितना achieve करना है in terms of IPMAT preparation, in terms of board का preparation. And this short-term schedule will also help you to focus on both of these things. मतलब कुछ कभी ऐसा टाइम आएगा when you'll have to focus more on your boards का preparation, मतलब maybe that would be the time around your pre-boards or something like that. So that's where the short-term schedule will help you. And also when you study, your level of preparation for either of these could go up and down depending upon how much time you give. So उस हिसाब से you can alter the short-term schedules, well, not alter, create regular schedules.
Now coming to the haunted subject mathematics, which is like the elder brother subject of accounts, is the main similarity between these both subjects is the practice you will need. In the last 1 or 2 months, right now, you don't have to get stressed about both accounts and maths. All you need to do right now is to check the different types of questions. You don't have to solve each and every type of question because there will be thousands of them and they will still remain unsolved if you stop doing it. So rather you just keep turning the pages and solving the hard ones and looking through the easy ones, but keep doing it daily, regularly, at every point of time. Whenever it is possible, accounts and maths should be like on your fingertips. And once they're daily in your schedule at some point or the other during the day, it will automatically the answers will start coming, and now you will know, looking at the question, as to next step should be what kind. Should you start integrating? Should you start differentiating? What kind of question is this? Where do you put that kind of a question? And what next should be the pattern, if not the solution? You'll at least get 2-3 steps if you practice daily. So that's the similarity between accounts and mathematics. And the main thing for both the subjects again is doing the sample paper is a must. That is given by CBSE, and also previous year questions. The main book, as everybody would have already known for maths, is R.S. Agrawal and R.D. Sharma. Either of them is fine, but you can check both. Like I said, turning pages would be a good solution because you cannot go through all the 10,000 kinds of questions.
Yeah, but NCRT is must. Don't skip any question, be the example one or the exercise question. Don't skip any question from NCRT because they just give the same exact question from NCRT in the CBSE.
Every board exam of math, you have at least one question which is ditto the same from the NCRT textbook, be it the example or the exercise. So you have that option, and once you practice the entire NCRT at least 2-3 times, you will automatically be able to solve the type of question which is taken from the textbook exam. So NCRT first 2-3 times, and then move on to the reference book. Just keep going through all of them in the last 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, but one thing I've noticed in maths is that, especially me, it happened that I kept on procrastinating it. Maths is very tough, It's like, let's do it tomorrow. I'd rather do BST today, or I'd rather do accountancy today. So don't procrastinate. Just sit and do maths on an everyday basis.
Practice is the key to learning. I used to practice from various books such as R.D. Sharma for maths and T.S. Grewal for accountancy.
The people who set the board papers are usually teachers, maybe from your school, maybe from other colleges, maybe from top ranking colleges or schools in your area or your city. So what you need to do is try to collect, there are again books available in the market as well, try to collect preliminary exam papers of all reputed schools that you know of and try to solve them. Because professors of a particular school, let's say I am professor of a school and I have to go and set the board paper. So मैं अपने school के preliminary paper में भी I'll try to give as much as possible of what I have said in the board paper. So as long as you end up solving prelim paper of all the reputed schools, I think you'll be good to go.
Solve previous year papers. Previous year board exam papers are easily available online, and they will help you know the kind of questions that appear in the examination and also help you check the level of preparation you have. This way, you can know the areas in which you're lacking and study better.
Practice as many sample papers as possible. Try to stick important notes in your study table so that you can refer to them. Start with the chapters that are tougher and start with the important topics.
Another thing I would suggest is that please maintain good handwriting. This is not changeable in the last few days leading up to the exam, but at least try and keep the paper very, very, very neat, spick and span. This has helped me so very much in most of my written papers, because this is just added relief to the checkers.
My third tip would be to make sure you get sufficient sleep just before the exam. This is because if you don't sleep a lot, this would really hamper your performance during the exam. You could miss out on simple multiplications, forget a lot of questions, and therefore this would hamper your performance adversely.
Now coming to macroeconomics, if you relate it, there's a lot of things that can be related. News is a little bit important but not that important, but you can simply go through the concepts and understand it by relating it to the main world, like right now what is happening, and there would be a lot of instances that these macroeconomic indicators were used. So all these pointers, when you put them in the paper, the examiner would come to know that you have understood the concept, you have related to it, and you have applied it.
Solve previous year's question papers. They would help you manage your time during the exam and understand the question paper patterns. One important thing that I would suggest to you is that try not to mug up any topics. Mugging up will not be helpful in the long run. Instead, try to understand them. Start from the basics and clear your concepts. Refer to various books, study materials, PDFs, and make notes to understand these concepts.
So firstly, solve past 10-year board papers, go through the digest, solve important questions, and do solve prelims of all reputed schools. I think this 3 is more than enough. And above and beyond that, you guys realize that the IPMAT Rohtak exam is going to be during your board examinations, and Indore might be very soon after that. So please do not put a stop on your IPMAT preparations because of boards. I understand that it's going to be a compromise, but if your dream university is IIM Indore does not have an academic criteria when it comes to 10th and 12th marks in the selection process. So IIM Indore honestly does not care what you scored in your 10th and 12th boards. Considering that, obviously your boards are important, but I would say do not press the pause on your IPMAT preparation. Try to dedicate at least 2 hours every day throughout the board period, and once your boards are over, try to dedicate 5 to 6 hours daily for your IPMAT preparation, and I think you can ace both of them.
Short breaks. Continuously studying for hours on end is a Herculean feat, and we don't have to do that. So divide your study schedule into short intervals, let's say 30 minutes or 1 hour, and assign a short break after each study interval. This will refresh your mind and get you back into the studying mode. And if possible, do try to go on short walks, as the fresh air would energize you, help you study better, and keep your mind fresh.
When you are practicing your exam, try to maintain an examination hall environment.
Keep practicing a lot of papers. Like the last few days leading up to the exam should involve a lot of practice, especially in topics like math and accounting, where you have to practice questions and keep going through different types of problems. And in papers that are lengthy, do less of written practice. Like for example, if you have an economics paper that you are practicing for, it would be ideal to spend lesser time in practicing questions and more time in going through concepts and going through questions orally, because there is a lot of writing to do, and because you're in short of time, then it's easier to go through the entire point orally. Keep asking doubts to whoever mentor, faculty is accessible to you, because that will I mean, this is a time to ask doubts and to clear whatever questions you have.
My last tip would be to ensure that you interact with your friends and share your concerns with them as well, discuss doubts or any feelings that you have. This is because they are going through the same thing that you are. They are equally stressed about the boards and they also have anxiety, and therefore they would be able to understand your situation way better compared to anyone else, and this would effectively help you sail through the boards and perform relatively better.
And another thing that really worked for me in the end was smart studying. So at the very end, you have lesser time to dive deep into everything. Whatever you feel is important for your board and for your subject and you feel has been asked repetitively in the past few years, high possibility could be asked again. Better to focus on that. That is what I also did in the few days leading up to my exams, and it proved fruitful for me.
English, as usual, depends for everybody on how you prepare. Mostly it's reading and how you are going to present and prepare for the paper. Now, generalized tips for
Yeah,
both?
so when you write the paper, especially for theory-based subjects, the way the paper is checked is through an answer key which has bullet points. So as Navya mentioned, so while you write your paper, don't write lengthy paragraphs because it doesn't help. Your examiner won't go through each and every line. If you can like underline important points or write your whole answer in bullet points, number them, like give the heading of the main the main idea which you're presenting and then explain it. So that way, if the examiner just sees that one word which he's looking for, let's say profit maximization or let's say insolvency or like profit sharing, any word like that, he would understand the explanation that you've given. He might not even read it and just give you full marks. So that's important to highlight. Present your answer in a way that just the examiner looks at your answer and he knows that you know the answer so well that he gives you full points. So that's about it. Write neatly, don't scribble on the paper, cut so much.
Wish you all the very, very, very best and hope you do excellently well.
So all the very best, and I'll see you the other side.
It's natural to stress out, procrastinate, not understand stuff, feeling like I don't know anything, not being able to schedule stuff. Even after scheduling, not being able to do them, everything is natural. Chill.
Yeah, but don't be overwhelmed with the feeling that you have. Relax. Not a very stressful thing. Just keep your cool and just study. It's okay.
So
You'll
yeah,
be fine.
We hope that you rock your exams.
Otherwise, if you don't score well, just write IPMAT and come into IIM Indore and IIM Rohtak. We are there to help you.
Yeah. So we hope you rock your exams.
Yes.
Literally, you rock your
Rock
exams.
it. All the best.
Yeah.
Do well.
Do well. Bye bye.
Bye.
Don't get stressed and don't panic. Stay calm and all the best.
So best of luck for your exams. I really hope all of you pass with flying colors and get into very good universities and colleges.
That's all I have for you today. Good luck for your exams, prepare well, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.